Hey, what is up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. We're so happy to see you all today, and we're so happy that you can spend a little bit of your precious time with us. We are so very, very, very grateful. I am one of two of your hosts, Chris Vaglio. That is my name. Today, it's my name, Chris Vaglio. And I am joined by my amazing co-host, Miss Amanda Sharp.
Sometimes known as that girl.
That girl. Miss Amanda Sharp.
Who's that girl? Amanda.
Who's that girl? Amanda. That's it. The Madonna song. Who's that girl?
And I don't know the words after that, but who's that girl?
Yeah. Amanda. Amanda's that girl. Well, good morning, Amanda Sharp.
Good morning. Good morning, all.
Thank you to everybody who's joining us right now live on the live stream version of the show. So you might be watching us on YouTube or Facebook or even Twitch. We go live every Monday morning at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, you can always check out replays of the show immediately afterwards right on YouTube and also on anywhere you get podcasts on audio stream. So there's an audio version and there's a video version. We have something for everybody. That's the goal here. Something for everybody here at Song Swap Showdown. If this is your first time checking out the show, well, we're so happy you decided to check out our show. How our show normally works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other every single week. And those songs are based on a theme that is determined by the Wheel of Show Themes at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the show so that way you get to the Wheel of Show Themes, which is what we spin. And it's a collection of our ideas and ideas from our community, and it spins, and whatever it spins on is what the following week's show theme is going to be. So we swap each of those songs every week, and then we rate those songs on a sliding scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a dumpster fire of a song and 5 being heavenly music to our ears, or the dogs, the dogs are just like, they're like all over it this morning.
They're like, we don't approve of Daddy doing this show.
They're like, we're not letting you do the show, Dad. You're downstairs in our domain.
Pay attention to us.
Because I can't physically get up the stairs anymore, at least for now, to our normal podcast studio. I'm now next to where the dogs hang out. So
to be fair, I mean, we're in their space today, so everyone's just gonna have to deal with the sass.
There's a lot of sass going on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so they want to be part of the show today. So anyway, if this is your first time checking out the show, welcome. We appreciate you. Oh boy. Live stream shows.
That's right. Well, cheers to that.
Yeah. Everybody listening to the recording version of this is gonna be like, yeah, is this whole episode just gonna be your dogs barking the entire time? It
maybe.
Might be. I will say maybe this episode the dogs might be barking the whole time.
And that's okay. And we're gonna do it anyway because we commit every Monday at 8:15. And it's Eastern Standard Time, we should say. And it's so much fun. But, we have lives and we have dogs and we have kiddos and just things happen. And Chris just recently had a surgery, hence is why he is downstairs. I have a poo leak in my office, which is why I'm in here. So the last couple of weeks, we've just been in transit, but we're making it happen and we're still having a good time. And we just appreciate everyone being along on the venture with us.
We certainly do, and I love the comments right now that are going on in the chat. So, of course, if you're joining us live, definitely join us inside the chat and play along as we go. We want to know, how do you rate these records? Are they good on a 1 to 5? Do you agree with what we're doing? Do you agree with our ratings? What songs did we miss? Amanda, what is today's show theme?
Today's show theme, we were excited about again. I mean, 2 weeks in a row that we had super phenomenal, fun ones that we hadn't covered before. And this week is about weather. Songs about weather. And holy smokes, are there a ton of songs about weather. And I don't know if you had to do this, Chris, but I had to work really hard and be extremely intentional to not slip in a Christmas song.
I mean, that's definitely what comes up a lot. If you just type in songs about weather, a lot of Christmas songs come up. And yeah, the temptation is there. When it almost was a Christmas in August.
August.
It's August now that we're doing the show. When we decided on a theme, it was July last week.
Yeah.
It's now August. But yeah, I agree. I almost slipped in a Christmas song for the fun of it, but I said, you know what? We're gonna be doing so much holiday stuff near the end of the year. I do want to save it, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do the Christmas weather song. So I went completely opposite direction.
It was against my better judgment, but I did it anyway. I kept it off the list.
Oh man, yeah, it was. I gotta tell you too. This is another one of these things, right, where you don't really realize. Like, this is why I like doing the Wheel of Themes now, because it is fun, and you go, wow, how many songs are like this? And then you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many songs about weather, and then you don't even realize the songs that you like that are about weather until you actually start thinking about like the fact that they're about weather. So
Yeah,
it was a good and fun playlist to put together for sure.
it was.
I'm excited.
And if you're new here, you may be wondering why our song choices are not always the most likely hits, that about like raindrops keep falling on my head or it's raining men. Well, part of the show is Chris and I really try to give each other 3 songs that maybe we haven't heard before. So yes, there's some obvious ones that won't be on our list just because, we don't want to get points deducted because, it's a hit that everyone knows. Everyone, except for maybe Chris, because sometimes he doesn't know some of the most popular songs and it blows our community's mind.
Yeah, see, this is the opposite effect, right? Because there's songs that I'm like, I would think that everybody in the world knows, and you're like, I've never heard that before, and then the same thing happens to me. So it is not just a one-way street here. It's not just Amanda doesn't know certain songs. There's a lot of like apparently very popular songs that Chris doesn't know, and blows everybody away.
I think I just get a tremendous amount more of grace than you do. People expect you to know all music. They're like, yeah, it's no surprise Amanda didn't know that one.
Well, they're God bless them.
God
bless them. So we got a lot of our community members checking in on the chat. So let's you want to check out some comments and then we'll dive into the show. Sound good? All right. And first of all, too, if you guys if anybody out there wants to participate in the fun, and you can't make the live stream, which is totally fine, we get it. We do have a Facebook group set up, and you can join that. It's absolutely free. If you scan the QR code actually on the screen, if you're watching this, it'll take you right to our links, and you can join that way. Or there's actually a link in the show notes where you can join that way as well. 100% free. I think we're almost at we're like 170 members, I think, right now in the group. So it is climbing, and we're always posting stuff in there, and it's where conversations that we have here on the show continue on afterwards. So do not miss out on the fun. Join us over there. So let's check in with some of our friends today. Mr. VIP himself, Dave Mattingly with Good Morning Swappers. Good morning, Dave. We appreciate you. Thanks for spending time with us. And as always, our friend from down under, Mr. Aussie Ian, checking in with his picks for both Amanda and I, as he's been doing every week. And he's also kind of become the pseudo-official scorekeeper of the Chris and Amanda show, because we do keep track of scores here.
And we are 4-4 this week, so this will be a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker episode.
Business.
Yes. So Ian is saying picks for Chris. So here's his picks for me. Beds Are Burning by Midnight Oil. Great song. When the River Runs Dry by Hunters and Collectors. And 4 Seasons in One Day by Crowded House. Crowded House. Good pick, man. What a great band they were. Oh, loved Crowded House. They were really good. And so for Amanda, he is picking Breaking the Weather by Jenny Morris. Raining on the Plains by Sarah Storer. And Rain by the Teskey Brothers. So, Amanda, those are your picks from Mr. Aussie Ian, the man from down under.
Love it.
And yes, and good morning and happy birthday to our very good friend, Mark Ronick. We love you, buddy. Thank you so much for checking in, and I hope you have a great birthday today. Mr. Chris Weinger checking in with good morning. And now here come the jokes. Mr. Forkboy checking in. Good morning, everyone. Let's get it hot on here. Woo! And here we go. Woof. Whoa. I guess a woof woof. From Mark. Tony Forkboy. How are they supposed to protect you all from the evil if you're there? It's very true. It's very true. It's very true. I think they just want to get on the show. They're just like, Dad.
Next show, we should feature them and watch that be our best episode.
Probably would be our number one rated most downloaded episode, most
We're
watched
just
episode.
chopped liver and
It's just
Fair and Milo.
it's just a live stream of the dogs like playing with each other for like an hour. That's the episode. Mark Ronick, Song Swap Showdown, your source for dog barking and poo rooms. Mark, of course, referencing Amanda's unfortunate mess from her office last week. If you watched or listened to last week's show, Amanda had some leakage going on in her office. Fork Boy, yes, I agree. Acid Rainbag, DRI is a perfect weather song. I agree, buddy. DRI, great American crossover band. I know Amanda has no idea what that term means.
I'm like, okay. I'm doing the shake with the head of like
Fork Boy, happy birthday, Mark. And last and final, Ian, here he goes. Well done, Australia Women's Soccer World Cup team that just beat Denmark 2-0 a minute ago. All right. Well, hey, Australia's still alive. Unfortunately, the U.S., our run is over. Oh, well, it happens.
Ian coming in as another scorekeeper for us. Thank you, Ian.
That's right. All right. So let's dive into the show. I think we've put together two very eclectic playlists that deal with weather.
Agreed.
And one of the songs on me, I fully expect the rating it'll get from you, but it had to be on there. It had to be on there.
Okay.
But, all right. So, Amanda.
All right.
Who's going first this week?
I'm going to start this week because I will start with my favorite of your song list to me, which is Fool in the Rain by Led Zeppelin. I had not heard this song before.
I was just going to say, had you heard? Because I know you don't know a lot of Led Zeppelin songs, or you don't know that song is by Led Zeppelin. I think that's also something you're like, I didn't know this was a Led Zeppelin song. So this was one of these ones I wasn't sure if you were going to be like, I know the song, but I didn't know it was Zeppelin, or you just didn't know the song at all.
I didn't know the song at all. And, it's a long song with a lot of lyrics. I often say it does. It goes a long time. It's over 5 minutes, if I'm correct. And the lyrics itself, a lot of songs that are longer or just songs, they're a lot of the same lyrics over and over again. But this had a lot of lyrics to it. I was really surprised. I mean, it's kind of a story. And I did go into songfacts.com because I always like to hear a little bit behind it. And what a fun meaning behind this song that he basically was meeting a lady on a corner. He was kind of ticked she didn't show up.
Yeah.
He ends up being at the wrong corner. It's totally on him.
Yeah, it's one of those songs where it's like when you start listening, you're like, wait, what? Which is indicative of the title, Fool in the Rain.
Fool in the Rain. And I thought that it was super clever. I thought it was cute. And the sound is really great. I enjoyed the sound of it. And there's so many, and I don't even know, and maybe you can help me define where this sits musically, like what genre, because I felt like it was not reggae is the wrong word, but it was.
So it's like calypso.
Band swinging. There is so much to it.
Yeah, there's a little like calypso in it for sure, especially with the steel drum stuff. So there's a lot of steel drum. It's got some reggae tones in it. It's very Caribbean like.
Yeah, and I think that's why I like it.
It's a very different sound for Led Zeppelin. And so this record, In Through the Outdoor, that this record was on, this was a big transition period for Led Zeppelin. And also, if you read a lot of Led Zeppelin history, this was also a time too that, at this point, but before this, Jimmy Page was very much a lead songwriter in the band, with contributions from everybody. But at this point, this is where John Paul Jones started stepping up and getting more of his songs written, with Robert Plant, because quite honestly, Jimmy Page was had a very bad heroin addiction at this point, and he was really just zonked out. Like, he wasn't writing as many songs, he wasn't being as very prolific. So the other band members who are everybody in his band is like extremely talented, but this is when a lot more of like you start seeing more like the Plant and John Paul Jones collaborations, or just John Paul Jones songs, or John Paul Jones and Jimmy Page, because then he would contribute something. So you'd see a lot more of that going on, and strictly kind of being like more like a Page Plant type thing. And so you start getting more of these interesting like different sounds injected into Led Zeppelin that really back in the day wasn't part of their sound. So, and I like some of these, like these records aren't perfect from that era, but there's really, really good songs on there. And I like that they kind of spread their wings a little bit more. And I've always loved this song. It just is a fun song to listen to. And yeah, the lyrics are like, it's very like, wait, what? Like you could actually see this being like a sitcom episode or something like that. Like how I met your mother.
Look at us go.
Yeah. So it's a good one. And it's a fun one to listen to during the summer. And I don't know. It always puts me in a fun mood. You know, it's a light song. It's got some corniness to it, but it's good.
There is. And it's like, there's so many instruments in it. I feel like that I was like, well, what is that one? What is that one? Was there even a kazoo at one point? I don't know, but it was fun. It had a lot of fun instruments. The lyrics and the story are good. The tone of the song I enjoyed. I'm not a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I think that should be no surprise, but this of all their songs may be my favorite of theirs. And that would make sense based on kind of what you're telling me, how it's a pivotal time for them and they started doing some different things and their sound changed a little bit. So this makes sense. So where do I rate this song?
Where do you rate Led Zeppelin's Fool in the Rain?
Where do I rate it? I'm going to give it a 3.8. Records.
3.8. Okay. All right. That's fair. Let's listen.
I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible.
No, not terrible. All right, let's listen to a little bit of Fool in the Rain. I love that. I'm shaking so much, really. Why don't you show up and make it alright? I love it.
Lyrics are good, tone is good, vocals are good. It's just a chill song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
I enjoy it.
I love when the guitar solo comes in too. It's like, it's like yeah, it's a fun song, and I love that that dan 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 dan. It's good.
It just moves.
It's good
stuff.
You know,
it's a head bouncer.
Yeah.
Not a head banger. Head bouncer.
Head bouncer. Tony with the throwing up emoji face. Zeppelin, go ahead. I fully support a 1, Amanda.
Thank you,
Yeah, Tony Tony is not a fan of the Zepp. Paula, this is where the 50th party's going on.
Absolutely.
Wah, wah, yeah. Amanda, you said you didn't know this song.
I didn't know this song.
So what is he saying that you did know this song?
I didn't know this song.
Oh,
until this.
Sounds like Billy Joel to me.
You know,
get out of here.
There's something to that, Tony. I don't disagree with that statement.
Get out of here. So do you guys agree with Amanda's assessment? All right, no, Tony agreed. Tony actually would have given it a 1. So
he would have gave it a 1. Did I reserve that scoring for another song that Chris gave me this week? Maybe.
I got a feeling you did. But like I said, it had to be on there. Everybody knows that as a metalhead, like I wouldn't be a self-respecting metalhead if that song did not show up on today's show.
Completely fair, and the babies agree. I really am excited to hear what you thought of my first song to you.
Yeah, so your first song to me, I Make My Own Sunshine by Alyssa Bonagura.
We're going to say sure.
I'm not sure. Bonagura. I don't know. I'm sorry.
We apologize.
Sorry, Alyssa, if I'm saying your name wrong. I do apologize. I'm terrible at a lot of the last names that aren't just like quickly recognizable to myself. But I Make My Own Sunshine. This was actually a very fun little ditty. And when I dove into it, I had no idea that Steven Tyler did a version of this song. Did you know that?
Yes, only because when I was this is the only reason why, because when I was putting it on our playlist, his version popped up. And I was like, you're kidding me. So that's the only reason. And then I was like, I need to make sure that I think it's the same person that I think that is. Yeah. And it was. So it was interesting.
Yeah, because he did like a couple country records, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Which is so funny to me.
But yeah, I had never heard this song before. So when I dove in and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Steven Tyler did. So it's a cool little story. So this is coming from songfacts.com. This was written by Alyssa Bonagura. I'm going to go with that. Bonagura. Whose credits also include Jane Kramer's Circles. She wrote this song when she was studying at England's Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts, but only completed it years later. In an interview with The Boot, she said, I was in Liverpool and it rained all the time, and I kind of wrote the song as like a pick-me-up. I wrote the chorus and I had it for years. And when I graduated college, I got a publishing deal, and my publishers heard the chorus from GarageBand, and he was like, Alyssa, you need to finish this song. My manager at the time was like, you need to finish a song. And I was really like, I just kind of wrote it for fun. And they were like, no, really. And so I finished the song, and like a month later, it was on a Lowe's commercial nationwide. And that was in 2012. And I did it all on my computer, produced it all myself, did everything. So it was, so how did Steven Tyler come to do this song? Well, it turns out Alyssa's boyfriend is Graham Whitford, who is the son of Aerosmith's guitarist Brad Whitford. And he was the one who sent the recording to Steven Tyler. So he sent Steven Tyler the recording of Sunshine. And then she recalls, apparently Graham sent a different song that I wrote to Steven without me knowing. So he went and just said a song to Steven Tyler. She didn't even know it. And Steven contacted me and was like, oh God, I love this song. And the long story short, he came to my show and he heard me sing I Make My Own Sunshine that night. He walked up to me after the show and he goes, Alyssa, can you send me that song? And I was like, yeah, of course I could send you that song. And since then, we just became really good friends. I mean, how cool is that?
No biggie. Just no big deal.
No big deal. We're good. I'm friends with Steven Tyler, and he's recorded my song.
So are we. We are too.
Yeah, I'm good friends with Steven Tyler.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's coming over to your barbecue next week, right?
100%. I would hang out with Steven Tyler. Seems like a total awesome guy to hang out with.
For sure.
Seems like a totally cool guy. So anyway, so that's the story of kind of how, as I was like, wow, that's a really cool story. So where do I think of this song? So it's a cute little ditty. It's a cute song. This is a very, very Amanda song.
It is.
I think I can only ever think of you now when I hear this song, because this is like 100% Amanda song. Like I could see you playing this in your Pressed Rose store and having this on. So it's a very cute song. I like it. So let me play a little bit of it just for anybody who hasn't heard it yet.
Ditty.
Let me play a little bit of this ditty. And the minute you hear any kind of ukulele playing, you're like, oh yeah, this is definitely a ditty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta love that ukulele.
I mean, this is like, hey, I'm shopping in Target on Saturday morning.
Got a cart.
Let me get my gluten-free buns. Let me get my yogurt. Some dog food.
Everything is wonderful.
Ooh, that shirt is cute.
Everything is great.
It says happy on it.
Gotta have that hat.
My window pane. Got a fresh new start.
Yeah, this is that song.
It's a brand new day.
I don't know, Tony, have they played this in ShopRite? So, cute song though. No, I mean, listen, it's an earworm of a song. It's an earworm song. I dig it. I thought it's a very fun ditty. So where do I rate this ditty on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Well, it's not a dumpster fire, so don't worry, Amanda. Not a dumpster fire. And it's not a 2, and it's not a 3. It's not a 5.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to put it squarely at, I mean, I think it's a very well-written song, and the fact, too, that it's had a lot of success, I think counts for something, too. But I do enjoy the song. I thought it was fun to listen to. Will I listen to it again is the trick. And I will probably put this on a playlist. I would probably put it on like a Sunday morning playlist, I think. I may make that playlist. So I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna give it a 4 records. I think it's deserving of a 4 records.
And is that Bear? I think Bear approves.
Yes, Bear approves. He's making his little mogwai sounds that he makes. He's like,
it's so cute.
The mogwai over here, the gizmo.
Oh gosh, I love the Gremlins so much.
So I will give it a 4 records. And so we've got some people checking in on that. Here we go. Steven Tyler, don't want to miss a thing at Chris's barbecue. No, he does not. He does not.
Do you know, I don't like that song. Do you like that song?
I don't want to miss a thing?
Yeah.
No, not really. And it was so overplayed. I mean, it was
so overplayed.
It's such like a boring power ballad.
It was in Armageddon. Was that what movie it was in?
Armageddon,
Man, so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Steven sitting with you and Josh around a fire pit, sounding like wind jumps from all those shore viewers.
Hey, he is who he is.
Yeah.
Rings for days.
And Tony's saying, yeah, I think so. I think they play at the supermarket.
It's a great they want people happy when they're in the store and shopping.
Of course,
they want people to spend money.
Spend money.
Big money.
Listen to and make my own sunshine.
Yeah.
While you're shopping.
Sometimes you gotta make your own sunshine, indeed. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So far as it stands right now, Amanda, you are in the lead with a 4, and I have a 3.8.
Yes. All right. Your next song is Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Come on.
Okay.
By the way, I do want to just before you go, I do want to say that my list this week actually combined 2 community suggestions,
yes,
by the
way.
So Fool to Rain was a community suggestion, which I agreed with. And Thunderstruck was another community suggestion that people had put in a Facebook group. So.
And I think Tony last week during our show recommended Raining Blood.
He did.
So I think you have a community fan based list this week.
Yeah, my whole list. You're right.
I not so much. So Thunderstruck by AC/DC. So I'm going to start this with saying I really like the beginning.
Uh-oh.
And I really like the end.
you like this? You like the bread on the sandwich?
The meat of this song, though, is like olive loaf instead of a well-smoked turkey breast or something.
So Thunderstruck is you're saying it's like an olive loaf sandwich?
Yeah, instead of like a really great Jimmy John's. There's something about that middle. It sounds so bad.
Wait. The sandwich sounds bad or the song sounds bad?
Both.
Oh. So Thunderstruck. See, I'm actually surprised at this. Although, see, you're also the one you said you'd never heard Back in Black before. And then I'm like, wait, you've never heard Back in Black before? And you're like, I think I may have heard it at a sporting game. I'm not sure. And I'm like, oh my God. Thunderstruck is another one where it's like you go to any NFL, you go to pretty much any sports arena and Thunderstruck is being played.
You know what is so funny is I wrote that down. I assume this has been used at sporting events. I actually wrote that in my notes.
This is actually a tailgate staple. Like you can't have a proper you can't have a proper tailgate
without thunder.
Correct, on the playlist. So not only do you have to have the great tailgate, but then the perfect the tailgate playlist. This is on it. Like no self-respecting tailgater would not have Thunderstruck on. And
I can see that because the up to the actual singing part really was the singing part is what the thunder part is okay, honestly. And I love the intro. Like it sounds like it could be in a scary movie because of all the effects, but it's that sound. It sounds like he's whining. Can you play a little bit? Because if you guys don't realize what I'm talking about, maybe you're going to hear it now that Chris plays part of the singing part. And there's a lot of comments that are not happy. This is great. Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, that's Brian Johnson, man. That's rock. Come on.
I can do a finger tap for thunder.
Let's go. Oh my God. Your face right now.
It hurts.
Let's go. Let's go, Amanda Sharp.
I'm going to say something so inappropriate, but I'm going to say it anyway.
You?
He sounds like he's having a hard time going number 2, and that's when he's singing the song.
There's a
Like,
lot of number 2 talk going on over the last 2 episodes, by the way.
I know. He's like straining. He's having a hard time. And that's how he like came to sing like that. It's not, but the thunder part and the music, all of that is fine minus that singing. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So bad. And I've offended. I'm so sorry, Tony.
You've offended 80% of the audience.
Yeah, they're leaving. Yeah. 0 watchers now.
Yeah, Thunderstruck is on my sister's running playlist, she says.
Now, I could see that.
It's more wailing than whining, Dave Mattingly says.
I'm not disagreeing with that. There's definitely something going with a W on that. Wailing, whining. I'm sorry.
Boy.
So again, I'm going to stand by the pieces of bread of the song aren't bad.
So the bread, what kind of bread?
Okay, so the song isn't soft, it's not a soft loaf of bread. It's probably like rye.
Okay, so like a toasted rye, a very
toasted rye.
A very good Jewish
like,
toasted rye. Like
yes, a good hearty, like you're feeling confident and comfortable, like a hearty, how that, like that Reuben, you feel it.
Okay.
Yet the middle is not pastrami. It's not corned beef. It's olive loaf. Imagine eating a rye sandwich with olive loaf. Right?
See, that sounds disgusting, which I don't think sums up the song, but obviously that's your opinion. Ian's saying it's sourdough for me. A good sourdough, good crusty sourdough.
I can get behind. And incidentally, I have fallen down the rabbit hole of sourdough bread on TikTok. Oh my Lord. There's so much out there. Ian, you just took me off like course here. So I do like sourdough though. All right. Okay. So where do I rate this rye olive loaf sandwich song? I'm so sorry, Chris.
I have a disgusting image in my head now of a rice.
Everyone listening to this is never going to not think of that sandwich when they hear this
beautiful rye
song.
bread or beautiful toasted, like sourdough, crusty sourdough with disgusting olive loaf put in the middle.
All right. So that olive loaf sandwich can get no more than a 2.5 from me. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. What did you say? A 2 point what?
2.5.
Man, you're brutal today.
I'm so sorry.
Holy smokes. That was one. I did not expect that rating from you for this song.
Imagine what the next one's going to be.
That one, I at least expected it to be there. This one, I did not expect. You have shocked me, and you've shocked the community.
That is what rye olive loaf sandwiches get, 2.5. He's like, noted. So your next song is getting a 1.
You know what, Amanda? I will remain fair and impartial, despite your obvious bias towards Brian Johnson and AC/DC.
He should have spoken a little bit more clearly in the song.
Yeah. Tony, I think that's a new sandwich from Subway, actually.
If it was, I would die.
God help them. Who's ordering that one?
They've had a change in management.
Oh, guys, we just heard a new episode of Song Swap Showdown. We have a new menu item. It's called the Thunderstruck. What is it? It's toasted. It's beautifully toasted rye bread with our finest olive loaf. The Thunderstruck.
I didn't even think someone carries olive loaf. Like, who eats
I don't know.
olive
I don't know
loaf?
if they do.
I mean, has anyone really eaten olive loaf?
I have never met anybody who's eaten olive loaf. I mean, it's disgusting. And I love olives.
I was just going to say the same
But those are two things that don't seem like they should be combined into a loaf. No. Mystery meat and olives.
Olives.
Yeah, it's the number 2 sandwich.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, We're bringing it today.
And
Oh
we've
my
just
gosh, I feel
destroyed
like
everybody's lunches, by the way.
I feel like I just did a bunch of sit-ups from all that laughing. Woo!
No one is going to be able to unhear that one.
Nope. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Well, welcome to the show, everybody.
Buckle up. It's only halfway through.
Buckle up. Buckle up. By the way, if you love what we're doing here on this show and you want to support us, we do appreciate it because we do have some bills to pay around here. And we appreciate everybody's support. But if you'd like to go a step further and join our VIP club, much like our buddy Dave Mattingly has, feel free to head over to our Buy Me a Coffee, which you can use to tip us or join one of our monthly setups that we have, one of our monthly memberships. I don't know, is that not monthly setup, monthly memberships that we have set up. If you'd like to join one of those, there's all kinds of perks. We give out merch with them and all that. Anyway, you could scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in our show notes to go directly to our Buy Me a Coffee page, and feel free to show your support and love, or head over to our merch store as well, where we have lots of brand new merch, including our brand new Coffee in the Carpenters shirt that Amanda designed, the perfect blend. I love that shirt. It's great. So
much
and we
fun.
got a lot of good shirts, a lot of good designs over there. So head over to Song Swap Showdown merch, or once again use the link in our notes or scan the QR code on the screen to get access to all that stuff. All right, so your second song to me, Amanda Sharp, Amanders, is Michael Buble.
Michael Buble.
Who I haven't seen from you in quite some time.
Yes, he's been off the list for a while.
He's been off the list for a while because when we first started out, by the way, I'm sorry, real quick. I gotta show this comment from Dave. Welcome to Song Swap Showdown.
Like, I think you're onto something. Maybe Subway will be a sponsor of ours.
There you go. Thanks, Dave. I had to share that one really quick. So when we first started the show, like 1,000 years ago. No, when we started the first, I feel like the first season or two, there was a lot more Michael Buble selections from you. He definitely was hot on your mind.
He was. Michael Buble. Yes, I think Quando was the last time he made our list, and that was in season 2, but not this year, which we have over 10 hours on our playlist on Spotify for season 3 here. I mean, holy smoke. So the fact he's not on there in 10 hours worth, welcome back, Michael. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Michael Buble. So this song that you gave to me is a foggy day in London town. So I whenever I see that name, I always think of Anchorman when he's singing the Baxter. Will Ferrell
that's the
singing.
dumbest movie ever. It's so great.
Little Baxter, foggy day in London. I love Baxter. The greatest movie ever. Anyway, so when I see that song title, I instantly think of Anchorman and Baxter. So you're already in a good place.
I like it.
I just want to say you're already in a good place with this one. So listen, no surprise. Listen, if you know Michael Buble, you know his style. It's all that very crooner style, like Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra. He does the standards. So it's that style of like classic crooner singing. So if you love that sound, Michael Buble is definitely the champion of that in the modern era, I would say, of music. And so he does a lot of the standards, and this one is no exception. So a little backstory about A Foggy Day in London town. So it's a popular song composed by George Gershwin and lyrics by Ira Gershwin. The song was introduced by Fred Astaire in the 1937 film A Damsel in Distress. It was originally titled A Foggy Day in London Town, in reference to the pollution-induced pea soup fogs that were common in London during that period, and is often still referred to by the full title. The commercial recording for Fred Astaire for Brunswick was very popular in 1937. So the original version of this was recorded in October 17th, 1937, and released in November of 1937. So here is a list of other people who have done this song, Amanda. And this is an impressive list. I mean, once again, right, when a song is written, like a beautiful song, everybody wants to do a version of it.
For sure.
So here are some of the notable names that have covered A Foggy Day in London Town. Frankie Baby, Mr. Old Blue Eyes. Ella Fitzgerald, Charles Mingus, Louis Armstrong, Billie Holiday, Judy Garland, George Benson, Sarah Vaughan, Wynton Marsalis, of course, Tony Bennett, rest in peace. David Bowie, Willie Nelson, and of course, Michael.
That one surprises me.
Willie Nelson?
Willie Nelson. I'm going to have to listen to his rendition of it.
On his 2018 record, My Way.
Interesting. So, I mean, that would be a good record to put it on. I'm going to have to listen.
It would be. So anyway, let's listen to a little bit of A Foggy Day in London Town. Foggy Day in London Town. Exactly what you would think. Big band.
You know it's Michael right away.
Right away. He's very consistent.
Very. Doesn't disappoint.
A foggy day in London town.
Hey.
I had me low, had me down. I viewed the morning.
You can't help it. I feel like I need
know.
To have a martini or
wear
like
a suit.
In my
British
head.
Museum.
Full suit.
Had lost its charm.
Very classy.
How long?
So,
I wonder.
Foggy Day in London Town. No, I like the song's got a lot of bop and swing to it. I dig it. It's cool. I mean, listen, I do like that crooner sound. I've always been, and actually too, I don't know if you, but Seth MacFarlane, right? So Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy, and American Dad, and she's so many other amazing projects. He has got a great crooner voice. He's done actually. He did a great Christmas record, by the way. You have to check out. Very good, and he's very does the same kind of stuff, full orchestra, very inspired. Does the Michael Buble, really good singing voice in that style. Actually heard an interview with him ages ago on Howard Stern, and he talked about really being into that style and always wanted to be a crooner and all that. So anyway, so I love listening to this because it reminds me of that, and I really like that Seth MacFarlane stuff. So where do I place A Foggy Day in London Town? I like Michael Bublé's spin on it. I like that he put the pizzazz in it and all that. Will I listen to it over and over again? Probably not. Okay. But I'm also not going to turn it off if it comes on too.
Okay.
And like I said, I do enjoy that style of music. So I would put this at a 3.5, I think. I think that's where I would feel very comfortable rating. It's not horrible. It doesn't offend me. It's not an olive loaf sandwich.
Yeah, make it.
I like it.
I'm so glad. I love when you say those things that I've said on the past. I'm not offended by it.
Not offended by it. No,
I'm not offended. Who gets offended by music?
Yeah, it's a fine rendition. I think it's very deserving of a 3.5.
I like it.
I'll say I liked your first song better. I thought Make My Own Sunshine, better song, better pop song, better earworm.
Sure.
I mean, this is a standard, so it's a song that was written in the 30s.
Yep.
But classic. I it's pulled through. It's a nice updated version of it. I think it's fine. It's a fine song.
It's a fine. Everything's fine.
It's not skippable.
Beautiful. We got some. Oh, Tony. I guess we're going to find out. Him coming in with, okay, everyone, prepare yourselves. Fellow metalheads, here comes the hurt. Love hurts.
Love stakes.
Well, before we go into my raving review of Raining Blood, shall we take a moment and thank our sponsor for today?
Yes, we absolutely should.
We're just like this cliffhanger.
Yeah, we're just all over the place. So. Well, yes, we do want to thank our sponsor today. We want to thank Ironic Media for being a sponsor. We love Ironic Media. Mark Ronick from Ironic Media. Listen, we can speak from personal, much like how we do with a lot of sponsors on the show. We do have a lot of personal interaction with them, with their products, with their services. And Mark in Ironic Media is no exception at all. Amanda and I have both had the pleasure of working with Mark on our podcast. Mark is an amazing podcast coach and podcast producer with over 16 years plus of experience launching and producing podcasts. So honestly, I mean, working with Mark was probably one of the best things that we did for our show because we were Amanda and I were about 2 years into the show.
Yeah.
And creatively, we were hitting a little bit of a brick wall. And, we were just stuck. We felt a little stuck in the mud. And Mark was able to come in and help us. He was able to help us come in and identify what was going on and gave us some amazing suggestions, and still continues to be a big supporter and very big influence on us in our show, and continues to still give us great really, really great advice. So, and he's also going to be our Wheel of Show Theme sponsor as well, Ironic Media. So, listen, if you're looking to launch a podcast, and Ironic Media definitely has you covered. With 16 years of experience, Mark Ronick will be your personal producer, guiding you from vision to reality. Get expert tips, equipment advice, and a clear action plan. Dive into podcasting with Ironic Media today. Whether you're podcasting for a hobby, you just want to you want to monetize your content, or hey, you're a business and you want to get into this game of podcasting, you're not sure where to start. Get involved. Get in touch with Ironic Media right now. Go over to ironicmedia.com. That's IRONICK media media.com today. And take I think Mark's got a free consultation there that you can sign up for. So head over there, get in touch with him today, and get set up. I'm telling you, I can speak from 100% experience. It is absolutely worth it.
He's a coach to us, a mentor to us, a great friend to us. We love you so much, Mark. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. And by the way, too, if you just need someone to be a producer and editor as well, like Mark is,
take advantage of it.
Listen, we know it's a lot. And so you may have everything ready to go, but you got to get it edited. Work with Mark. He will level you up.
Yep.
I'm telling you, level up. All right. Awesome.
All right. Here we go, Tony.
Yeah.
He's like, rip the Band-Aid off.
Rip the Band-Aid off. All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Now,
on the level, when we did last season, we were commissioned to do an all black metal episode of the show. We got a commission.
I tried to put that in the back of my head.
From Big Dan, and you did really well. Like, you got really into it, and you really listened to the songs, and you gave very good insight and great reviews on those, and you were very honest, which was great, but you also really did take the time to listen to those songs.
I did.
And gave a very accurate opinion, and you dove in. So kudos to you. I wanted to give you that.
If you wouldn't mind, thank you. If you wouldn't mind starting this particular review with the song itself, that would be wonderful. Let's do a little. So I love this.
Everybody knows.
This is cool.
I told you this. It's the greatest metal riff of all time.
And I kept that in mind.
All time.
This is. I really enjoyed this beginning.
The raining in the drum, the raining blood.
Yes,
it's raining blood from a lacerated sky.
Raining blood. It probably is a very good. I could not think that it was a good riff because this was like it's the best riff in history.
Wait, hold on. What?
I said I couldn't help but think it's a good riff because you told me it had to be the best riff in history.
It's not that it had to be. It just is.
It is, right. So I was like, I dare not come into this. I even put best riff ever. Like I know what I'm talking about.
Best
riff ever, Chris.
It's the best metal riff ever.
Ever. I've never heard anything better in my entire life. You know what I found really interesting about this song, if you can get to the part where the lyrics are starting. I know.
I love this object alive, awaiting reprisal. There will be their cushions.
Okay.
Sky is turning red. Return to power, toss near. Follow to me, the sky's scripted tears. Abolish the rules made of stone.
So what cracks me up is
musical bliss.
It's as if, and I mean this with the most respect because I know everyone really likes this song. It's as if he's not even singing. He's reciting a poem. So it's like trapped in purgatory, a lifeless object alive, awaiting reprisal. Like, he's not even singing. He's like truly speaking a poem in the middle of chaos. Abolish the rules made of stone. Like, where's the finger like clap? Where's the snapping?
The snaps.
Like, I'm so conflicted with where I should be. Am I in a coffee shop hearing a poem being recited, or am I listening to heavy metal? I don't know.
You're both.
I'm both.
You're listening to an evil poem.
Basically, being recited in a little bit of an aggressive manner.
So yeah, it's a long, warm hug from a studded jacket, Amanda.
We're talking about that pineapple jacket, I'm assuming.
The pineapple jacket.
The pineapple jacket for my birthday. Thanks again, Chris. That's amazing.
Maybe this song needs an Amanda Diddy cover.
So I feel like I need to learn it a little bit better before I could go there. But I think challenge accepted on that. Challenge accepted.
You could literally do this part of the song. This would be the part you could do. You could do this.
Which part?
From a lacerated sky, bleeding its horror, creating my structure. Now I shall rain in blood.
There you go.
Destruction from the sky.
Destruction from the sky. Dave, visit our heavy metal coffee shop for some dark roast to wash down that olive oil.
So this is what you can expect if Chris and I ever open a restaurant together. Olive loaf.
Eclectic playlist.
Heavy metal with some Michael Buble. Imagine us being in a coffee shop or restaurant and having our playlist playing. People wouldn't even know. So yeah, raining blood from a lacerated sky, bleeding its horror. Like, it's so much. So I actually like this song better than I liked the Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Can you believe that?
Wow.
I even shock myself.
I am shocked about that because I fully expected, including because Josh Parr was over yesterday and we were talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is a one record for sure." Like, Amanda's giving a one record to this one, so everybody's expecting the one record from you.
Everyone is, but you know what? I enjoyed the way he delivered the lyrics. I really did. And
You like the Tom Araya version of style of singing.
I did. It was just kind of speaking to me. I don't love the lyrics, let's be clear. But yeah, it was interesting to me. What have you done with the real Amanda? I've been coached to not give this one a bad record. No, I'm kidding.
I absolutely did not say that.
No.
All I said was it's the greatest metal riff ever written.
And you know, to be true, like, I did try to listen to this one really with like listening ears for this show. And I wouldn't listen to this over and over again. But you know, I dare say I would not skip this.
What?
Let's ponder on that for a minute. That's a big deal.
Whoa, that is a big deal. So this song in Amanda Sharp's world would not be skippable.
I don't think I would skip it. So if it's on my playlist, if I'm listening to our playlist, I really, really don't think I would skip it. Now, if my mom was in the store working with me and I had, maybe I would go over and turn it out of respect for my mom because she'd be like,
I'm not sure I would blast this in a store full of your customers.
For
that
sure.
would not be appropriate.
But if I was working here by myself, just in my own world, I'm not going to go out of my way to skip this at all. What's funny is this song is the 6th of this week, and then the 1st of last week was the Carpenters. Bless the Beast and the Children. So when it goes from this to Bless the Beast and the Children, it was so funny. The Beast and the Children. I go, if those two songs don't sum up our show, it's so fantastic.
Could it be any more yin and yang?
It's so funny. So where do I rate this song?
Where do I rate Slayer's Raining Blood, the classic metal song? All metalheads around the world are anxiously awaiting your rating, Amanda, to see if they should continue listening to Raining Blood.
I'm going to give it 3 records.
Whoa!
That's fair for me.
That's not only fair, that is like ridiculously unexpected.
You're welcome. It's clever.
Oh, Dave disagreeing. AC/DC is whiny with digestive issues, but Slayer's unskippable. Hard disagree.
I will say Thunderstruck.
Tony giving you the metal horns.
Is that,
2 metal. Nice. 2 metal horns.
So Thunderstruck is lesser than Raining Blood. I'm not necessarily saying Slayer is better than AC/DC. I'll clarify that, Dave. I don't want to disappoint you, Dave. But hey, that's where we stand. So 3 records for Raining Blood. Best Slayer.
3 records for Raining Blood.
It's raining blood, hallelujah. It's totally like against the whole lyrics of that other song, though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So there we are.
She's seen me mute my mic on and off to yell at the dogs and tell them to stop. You got. I mean, if everybody can actually see what is happening right now, maybe I should give everybody a quick
And
little
they're
preview
sassing
of what's going on here.
They are so upset. They're
This
not
is
happy.
what's going on right now. It's just this is happening as the show's going on. Just to get everybody
We need pup cams.
a pup cam. I have to get like a little camera just set up right there. Well, once I get back into my normal podcast studio, that's just
For sure.
it won't be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you everybody for dealing with the dog noises in the background throughout the entire show. Chris, I'd say that Master of Puppets is a better metal riff than Raining Blood. Dave, you know, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I will say Master of Puppets is an amazing riff, like no doubt. It is up there, like way up there. But I gotta say that there's something much more evil and sinister about Raining Blood that totally personify. Like that is just you hear. I don't know. I just feel like any metalhead anywhere, anybody that listens to heavy music, you hear that riff come on and you're instantly like, whoa. And you know it's on because you know that song. I think Master of Puppets is equally like that, but I put Raining Blood a step above Master of Puppets. Not to say Master of Puppets is not like, I think Master of Puppets is a great song and that riff is awesome. But Raining Blood, for me, my personal opinion is that I put it above Master of Puppets. But I think it's a great debate there, Dave. I like that. Thank you for bringing that up.
I'm glad he brought that up because really when I was listening to Raining Blood, I really thought I could see Eddie from Stranger Things playing that. And I did compare it to Master of Puppets. I really did. So thanks for bringing that point up.
Yeah, Fork Boy checking in. Dave, close, but I think Raining Blood takes it by a hair. I agree, and I do think it's that close. But great, you know what, Dave? Great poll. I'm going to put that in the Facebook group.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm going to do a poll, and everybody who's listening and everybody who's in the community, go on to our Facebook group, Song Swap Showdown Backstage group, and vote on that. I will put that on after the show. So everybody go in there and vote, because I'd love to see what everybody in the community is actually feeling about that.
Mm-hmm.
Raining Blood riff versus Master of Puppets riff. It's a good poll.
Very
good one.
Very
All
good.
right, so your third and final song to me.
This was experimental.
I had a feeling this was a little bit of experimental.
Yeah.
So this was Rain is a Good Thing. I like how both our songs had to do with rain, by the way. Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. It always happens.
I'm just realizing that now. Like I'm like, oh wow. Rain is a Good Thing by Luke Bryan. So this is country. But I gotta tell you, I enjoyed it. I really I was pleasantly surprised how much I actually enjoyed this song. And I think the lyrics for me were really what did it for me more so than the music. On that page, because I love the lyrics to the song. I think that they're really well done. A
little sassy.
Yeah, definitely sassy. Like there's the one lyric about, I think this is great because it's, and I like the perspective how he takes on rain is like basically, from a farmer's point of view, like,
absolutely.
Hey, like, listen, we know there's all about flooding and things like that. There's a lot going on, but when you're in agriculture, right, and you're a farmer, like rain is the lifeblood. You don't get crops unless you have rain. This isn't like Idiocracy where they're feeding plants with electrolytes because it's what makes plants grow. No, water is what makes plants grow. But there's great, which I love that it's like rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Feel a little frisky. It's
so good.
Yeah, it's cute.
But it was a fun. The lyrics to this were very fun. To the song, and I really enjoyed that. It got me actually more into the song, and while it kind of deals with a slightly serious tone, it was good. Like, so let me play a little bit of it, just in case nobody's ever heard this one before. So I'll only play some of it.
I feel like you have toddlers with you right now.
I definitely have. It's exactly like having toddlers.
He cussed, kicked the dust, saying, son, it's way too dry. The clouds up in the city, the weatherman complains. But where I come from, rain is a good thing.
Rain is a good thing.
Rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky. Back roads are bogging.
I couldn't help but think about like, this is gonna be. I couldn't help but think this like could have been a Sesame Street song. You know how Sesame Street will do like this makes that and that make. It's like the alphabet, so like an alphabet song. It's like this is like, hey guys, corn is good because corn makes whiskey. Like rain makes corn and corn makes whiskey. The natural way of life.
Whiskey makes my baby feel a little frisky. I mean,
not food, but it's a direct line into like whiskey into friskiness. I like it.
We jump right past cornbread.
Yeah. So this things. Song also has an educational component to it.
There you go.
if you want to go that far, you learn something from listening to this song. Yeah. Bonus.
Exactly. Do we have the same pen right now?
We got the same pen.
It's insanity.
And nuts. That's a strict rule. We only work with blue ballpoint pens on this show. So I like the song. It was fun. I mean, it's really, there's not much more to it. Like, it's kind of the same. Like, you know what I did think about this too? Like, because you actually introduced me recently, and I've been following now their videos on Instagram and TikTok. So I think they're great. The country singer with his wife, Amberlyn Hall.
Oh yeah, aren't they great?
What's the guy's name?
Gosh.
Anyway, their videos are hilarious.
They're fantastic.
Where he's singing to her and she's always making like it's really they're cute videos. Do you remember his name?
I'm trying to find it right now. And you
made
watched...
it as your song of the week a few weeks ago.
I'm going on our Instagram here. It is Austin Brown.
That's it, Austin Brown. This sounds like a song that Austin Brown would do to like in one of his videos with his wife, like because they're just hilariously cute together. They're just entertaining videos.
You see her feeding the fish.
See this. Yeah, the feeding the fish, like really funny stuff. I like how they incorporate the music with all this like everyday stuff. Like, she's like changing the light bulbs in a garage and he's like slides in and he starts singing. Like, but I did think that this song would like fit really good in that Austin Brown videos that he's been doing. Yeah.
I can see her rolling her eyes to it. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. So where do I give this? I would give it a solid 3.5. I think it's a fun song. I also put this as it's a ditty. It's another ditty. But I give it, I like it. It's 3.5.
Okay. All right.
I think I may listen to this one again. It's fun. I would probably put this on. I think I would cue this up in a jukebox in the bar just because I think it's got a fun mood and people would probably get into it. And is this a really popular song? I think this is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I wasn't sure if you would have known it because of the popularity, but I was like, this one's risky because you may or may not have heard it. But
actually, yeah. Sorry. So this song, was the first number one country hit for Luke Bryan. This was his first one. It just went back July 24th, 2010. And it was his first number one country hit.
Your video went away. I see a dot.
Oh,
It's a talking dot.
It's a talking dot.
It's a talking dot. I think one of your babies unplugged you.
Probably.
Yeah. Do you have it up in front of you when this one came out? Because it's been a while.
Yes, I do. I do have it.
There you go.
I am.
I can
I'm
see
back.
you again.
Yeah, they definitely pulled out the cable. It is like having like small children here.
I love it. And the dogs, Tony coming in, and the dogs have won the battle. They're like, enough.
Yeah, the dogs are just out of control today. Thank you everybody for hanging in there with me. So yeah, you want to know when the song came out?
Yes, I should.
So this song was released in 2009 off of the album "Doing My Thing," and it charted number 37 on the Hot 100.
Not bad.
So top 50 song. So, it's up there, man. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, this song actually did pretty good. I'd never heard it before, but I'm not a huge country fan, so
it's a fun, and I don't like all of his songs, but I do enjoy this one a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
All right.
I thought it was good. I liked it, so I give it a 3.5.
Okay, I like that. So I gotta use my calculator for this one because we've got a lot of like interesting. This can't be right. Is it that different?
Is it that different? Calculate. Do, 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 do. And Tony goes, and the dogs have won the battle. Yeah.
Someone's gotta, because we're not good at mathing. Ian, we need your help.
By the way, Dave saying Stranger Things renewed my appreciation for Master of Puppets. For Metallica, I usually listen to For Metallica, I usually listen more to Enter Sandman and Nothing Else Matters. Yep, those are two big songs. So wait, are you off on your math? Are you having problem mathing here?
I was. I think my final figures for us, and I could be wrong, you're at 9.3 and I'm at 11.0.
That is correct.
Okay. I was like,
so Amanda, no surprise to everybody, you have won today's Song Swap Showdown.
I think you may have knew that might happen entering this one.
I did, but I took a chance. I was going for a risk because I wanted you to hear these songs.
And I'm glad and grateful I did. I'm better for it.
My big surprise was Thunderstruck. I was very surprised, and also surprised at your Slayer rating. So you surprised me all around today.
Look at that. But Fool in the Rain was very good. I did like that one. Yeah, and I surprised myself by liking Raining Blood.
Yeah.
It's that dark side that is hidden.
Amanda by a Fleetwood Mac landslide.
Gosh,
Chris was so confident in the first score count, by the way. He was number one. What was the number one CMT country song, Chris? All right.
Good stuff.
Ooh, all right.
Good stuff.
Well, you hung in there. You hung in there long enough. Amanda, we've now reached that point in the show where it's time to...
Wheel of Song Themes.
Spin the wheel. Time to spin the wheel.
When you made that little reel.
What'd you say?
You did so good when you did that with all like the little noises.
Thank you.
I loved it at the end. Oh!
Thank you. All right, so today's Wheel of Themes sponsor, just to reiterate here, is Ironic Media is our Wheel of Show Themes sponsor. So make sure you show some love to our friend, Mr. Mark Ronick, and Ironic Media. There it is. I'm trying to find a little banner.
There we are.
There it is. There's too many banners on it. All right. So make sure you head over to ironicmedia.com and support our sponsor, Wheel of Show Theme sponsor. Okay, Amanda.
Look at me. I'm like on pins and needles.
Where are we going to land? What will next week's show theme be? Here we go.
Fingers crossed. Big money.
No whammies.
Oh, boy. And I can never read how little it is at first. I'm like, I can't see it.
Wait a second. We had this one already.
Oh, very close.
Yeah. So we just did this one.
We did. Let's spin again.
Spin again. Sorry. They're supposed to be removed after you do them, but sometimes they don't. All right. We're spinning a wheel.
Chris just wanted me to be able to spin it again.
Yeah. Oh, Dark Thoughts by Tony Donato. Tony Forkboy Donato picked this one. Dark Thoughts. Wow, that could be a lot of things.
This is great because I asked Chris, I sent him a message just last week. I was like, can we please add songs about crimes to the list? And he was like, sure. So this is gonna get me by until that one hits on the wheel.
Dark Thoughts.
Dark Thoughts.
Wow.
All right.
What is everybody coming to mind with right away when they hear Dark Thoughts? I want to hear what the community, I feel like, is going to be on fire with this one.
Killer songs, revenge songs. Yeah. My mind's going straight to the dark side.
Yeah, Amanda has plenty of dark thoughts about food today.
I do. That olive loaf, it'll get you every time.
Oh, this will be fun. Yeah, here we go. All right, so next week's show theme is going to be on Dark Thoughts. Dark Thoughts.
Dark Thoughts. I love that song.
Didn't we do Goodbye already?
We did. So I can't. I mean, technically we could bring songs back. Wouldn't be as fun.
As a cover, maybe.
I don't know if anyone's covered that.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm going to do some digging because that is a good song. I love that. I sing that with such pleasure.
Yeah. I like Dark Thoughts. I cannot lie.
Oh, it took me a second what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick Cave did a whole album of murder ballads. Yes, I think you are correct on it.
Murder ballads. I'm here for that.
Wow. All right. Well, hey,
listen, this is going to be good.
A lot of fun coming up in the next episode of Song Swap Showdown. So Dark Thoughts, everybody. So
we're so deranged.
Get ready for an all new episode of Song Swap Showdown. Dark Thoughts.
Bring your depression on Monday.
Depression, weird thoughts, dark thoughts. That is a wide umbrella. Mm-hmm. Very wide umbrella. A lot of things could fit under that.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda's
my mind is like, bring up the murder board.
I was just
bring up the murder board.
I was just about to bring that up. Here it is.
There we go. This is what my mind's doing immediately. It's computing all of these things.
Yep.
That's me right there.
That's you. That is you. Their murder board.
Yes. Dave, yes. Depression, anger, hate. Oh, there's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot there. So this will be a good show. This will be a good show. So of course, we'll put the post in the Facebook group. We'd love to hear your suggestions. And just like today, I actually pulled from your suggestions, the community suggestions, and my whole playlist, as Amanda pointed. I thought it was 2, and then I was like, oh wait, you're right. Raining Blood was a community suggestion. I think I was on the show last week. So that was the playlist of all community picks. So get your picks in. Let your voice be heard. We'll put the post in the Facebook group, and we'll also put that poll too of which is the better metal riff, Master of Puppets or Raining Blood, because we want to see what you all feel, if you all agree with me or not.
Dave coming in with, you're not wrong.
Schedule an hour with your therapist after next week's show.
So schedule around 9:30 next Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll recenter everybody.
Yep, 100%. So, all right, everybody. Well, a lot of fun today. Oh my gosh, that was just too much fun. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you for everybody's support here today. Everybody who was in the chat today. We had Mark Roddick, we had Dave Mattingly, of course, our friend Ian from Down Under, Chris Weingard. We had my sister check in, Stephanie McCabe, a bunch of other folks who were watching live but didn't necessarily chat in. That's totally fine. We appreciate all of you for hanging out with us and watching the live show. And of course, if you want to participate with us and check out the live show, join us here every Monday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch as well. And of course, you can check out the show wherever you get podcasts, because that's where the audio version lives. And not only do we also drop full episodes of the show on YouTube, but we also have music video reactions and other fun videos that we produce there as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell to be notified every single time we drop a new video. And also do that for all of your favorite creators that you follow, because it does make a big difference. Also, wherever you listen to podcasts as well, hit that follow button, because it really does help not only our show grow, but anybody else you're listening to or following or supporting. It makes a big difference in the lives of your favorite creators. So please take a couple seconds and do that very quick action. Thank you, Tony, for saying that. I appreciate it. Yes, great show. That was a lot of fun to do today. And also, big thank you, a big happy birthday shout out to our great friend, Mark Ronick, and for also being today's sponsor of Ironic Media. Make sure you check them out, ironicmedia.com. The link will be in the show notes below. Make sure you head over there and support Mark and Ironic Media. If you're looking to start a podcast, looking to grow your podcast, looking to level up your podcast, need someone to produce or just edit, Mark is your guy. His team is great. Check him out, please. Go do that. We appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us and our show. All right, Amanda, any final words?
Steer clear of olive loaf sandwiches. That's all. You're welcome. Your PSA for the day.
Just say no to olive loaf.
Just say no to olive loaf. That might be a shirt. I'm writing it down.
By the way, I also want to say thank you. Amanda, you got to share. I want to say thank you real quick to our friends at Torment of Giants who gave me I went to go see them on Saturday night for their record release show, and they gave Amanda and I shirts. So Amanda, yours is in the mail. So we got our
can't wait to get
new Torment of Giants shirt. Check out Torment of Giants anywhere, all over the place. They're on Spotify. Check them out on Spotify. They were a sponsor of the show as well. Check out their new record just released. So Torment of Giants. Check them out. Yes. All right. Everybody, have a great rest of the week, and we will see you next week for an episode of Dark Thoughts by Song Swap Showdown.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. And where's the video? There it is. And bye, everybody.
And cut.